sunshine. This is really actually take two. I had to call the school because I was like, this is super late because I didn't hear the alarm clock at all. My mom had to come in and say, did you hear the thing go off? And I was like, no, I kind of was able to make it, but then I started talking. See, Dad, thank you, Daddy. On the license plate. I was getting ready, then start talking with the DM. We going back and forth, and so they're going through their tower moments, and which is causing me in some ways change the game. Yeah, that's what I need to do. This causing me because I'm trying to change the game. Ain't no trying, I am. And it's getting kind of like a little pushback, especially when you're putting the boundaries. Like, I'm not used to it because you always give in. And this time I'm like, no, I'm not giving in this time. No. So I have to talk to myself at the same time to say, okay, I don't like the reactions, but hey, that's how it's gonna go. Is how it's gonna go. I'm like, on that one, because I'm tired of it not making me feel right in the process of me saying yes to him. In the process, I'm losing something within myself. So rather right or wrong, I'm just going off of the feeling. So today's topic is problem and question posing. On this journey on habits of the mind, on this journey, it's very important that you're asking yourself like crucial questions that's helping you really become down to the nitty-gritty of who you are, and especially of becoming divine. We can't kind of really go about this thing unintentionally. We have to have some intention behind it. And also with us saying this big thing about the year in 2020 and living the vision and how we actually going about doing that and making that so-called real is, we got to ask those hardcore questions that we don't really want to answer. A lot of times I told you again, Spirit has been led to me. If you contact me and you ask me a question, I'm going to say, like I told Kathy D, and she didn't ask me a question, but I got this new saying now, back to you in the station, like newscasters. Most of the time they finish with what they say and they say, all right, then back to you, divine unisouls. Now what's the answer? You take over from that point on. Because we got to learn how to really try to start trusting ourselves and getting in true alignment as to what is really good and what's valid and what's reliability. It's almost like you're doing a test to me. Those things you usually use that for, like when you're doing like testing theories and things like that. Okay, so they're bringing me about testing theories, like when you're doing their research. And most of the time, they say, what is it trustworthy? Is it reliable? Is it valid? Those are the three things when you ask yourself, like when you're questioning or you're posing something and you're really trying to test out and see. That's really what questioning is pretty much all about. Say one twin is higher than the other, the one that isn't. Well, that doesn't surprise me. We're not kind of on the equal. The energies between the two, one is in their power, one is kind of not. So you got to get grounded and rooted in it, and they kind of semi-sensitive. I can tell you right now, if you're in common communications with your DM, they're a little sensitive right now, even if you call them on that stuff in a nice, sweet way. It's like, what? I'm like, okay. I'm not going to back down with it, and I get signs even on this drive here, Dad. It's like, okay, I'm just going to be with you. You said your truth, and no matter how it ends or lands, I'm still with you. So again, we're talking about as far as understanding that it is just like you're testing, just like research. You're going out there, you ask those questions and you pose those questions and problems, and you get your solutions to your problems through your questions. How you're asking those questions, because again, it should lead you to some kind of way within yourself that it resonates to say, yes, that is it. That's what's going to help me to create change within myself. Just like when I was talking to DM, you can't, this year, you cannot continuously rely upon the same ways or old ways in which you have solved problems. Those things are no longer going to be accessible to you. Okay, so that's DMs. They're talking to the DM within the DF or the DM or whatever, and I'm not going to stand back on that. I don't care how much I love you, from your hair follicles to your toenails. As Jill Scott says, okay, we ain't had no communication problem because what I said is what I said. So let's not even try it. So from that point on, it is stating that we have to kind of really stand firm in understanding that a lot of times we've got to find new ways. That's what this 2020 is, a vision. You cannot rely upon the same avenues of resources that you did before to say, okay, this is going to get me out of this jam or this situation. And just it don't have to be a negative thing that you're trying to get out of. It's just that you can't use that or rely upon that even regardless, even if you are in trying to create positive or transformation within yourself. It's just not going to happen. You take some of your old ways that maybe can help you, but again, no, I'm not going to renege on it. Again, it's going to take a different way and a different method and a different solution as to how you can come about the answers to those different problems. So, through questioning and problem solving, that pretty much helps you to posing the right questions, help you to kind of poke and prod. This is what I'm saying. Like, okay, how am I actually, feeling about this thing? How am I actually going to go about doing this? A lot of times, sometimes they bring it to me where you could create this question thing, like how am I feeling, and you answer yourself back. A lot of times they do that for childhood wounds and things like that. But I feel that if you get to the point that you kind of really almost just like in psychology, they tell us that, in classes I've taken that you can't really, when you have your client, it's not for you to keep on giving them the answers because they will come codependent on you and relying on you to answer, for everything. They look to you. They turn to you for the answers. The only one that you turn to and look to like that is the universe and yourself. And you don't want to create that codependency on anybody else because, like I was saying to myself about the situation with the DM, the universe, you keep on doing that and you won't find another solution and you keep on looking at this one thing for the solutions. The universe has a way to say, oh, okay, well, how about this? I just take that out of your environment and then make you truly start to look, you can't do that. Start to look at yourself because now that person is out of your scope of things. And I was kind of trying to tell them you need to kind of handle that yourself before the universe start doing some other things. So I'm not putting that on the universe, but my thing is you got to take the bull by the horns and kind of control that and get that under control. So my thing is again, that's the same thing just like with us. If we don't get it together, things that we keep on going to the source to get the answers for, that's going to cause a problem. It's always good to also bounce off your ideas with somebody else too as well. That's true, because sometimes you keep on going around and around, you try to find the answers and you don't really have the solutions to the problem. And you're like, I'm kind of going on with the same old. But you can tell when you kind of like becoming very codependent. And we're trying this year to stop that. And that's what they're saying. That, they're really saying you're powerful. How big you are, how expansive you are. That you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And really you are the universe. You can't have universe unless it has you in it. And you are part of that. And that same source that the people that you're going to seek the answers from is the same source that you can tap into. You just got to remember to take your plug and plug it into the outlet. Go find where the outlet is and just go plug yourself into it. And then you will have the answer. Oh, it's not too bad. You'll find the solutions to your own issues. Yeah, and that's why we're right now. The universe is really pushing for that. Cause I say even with myself, cause a lot of times I'm like, I want to call, and I was like, nope. You're not calling nobody. You ain't gonna find no outside thing. You got the answer to it yourself as to why things are appearing and why they are actually happening. You know, and sometimes you just gotta keep on. You talk about, I don't know. You know, it used to be, I remember when I was teaching writing in the class, and they kind of stopped that. And a lot of times we would give the kids like a writing prompt. And in that writing prompt, they had to think. You get a couple of kids talking about, Miss Booker. I'm like, yes. I can't think of nothing. I was like, okay. So this is what you do. You start out with talking about, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. You write, I don't know. For real? I said, yeah, you write, I don't know. I said, and then after a while, your brain will get tired of saying, I don't know, and then start coming up with the answer for this. Okay, the topic is what to do on rainy days. Like, I don't know. And before you know, you say, okay, wait a second, let me think about it. So all of a sudden it starts saying, you know, last time when I had a rainy day, I just did Netflix. I sat and fixed myself some popcorn and had me some hot chocolate. And then before you know, it does. That's why you keep on kind of probing it, you know, kind of throwing it back at you again. To say, okay, you keep on saying, I don't know. Yes, you do know. You know, that's just nothing but a cop-out. A thing of just being lazy as to not wanting to do it. You know, I'm thinking back now with the DM. Well, you know, like I say, you find a solution. I'm having a conversation back and forth. You know, I know one thing with that conversation, you'll be finding you some other options. You'll be finding you some other options since myself and Dad said that to you with that. So I'm like, Mom, prove me wrong, and that's it on that. But anyway, I'm having back and forth conversation. I was watching, what's her name? House of Oshun. She cracked me up there. She be having her own. I thought I was bad. Had my sidebar conversations. Child, that child got me beat. She be talking and suit the spirit, and the next thing she talk about, yeah, okay, yeah, I got your man. Don't worry about it. I got your man. It's all right. Don't be coming for me. Okay, so now for the reading of Aries, the Aries is that I said, oh my Lord, I thought I was bad. Had those in and out conversations, because even when I watch the playback and I'm looking and I say, oh my God, I said, I just be having so many offbeat sidebar conversations with myself. I like, is that bad? But when I seen her, I like, honey child, I'm all right. Let me keep on doing. That's you. Let me keep on doing what I'm doing. But, you know, the questioning, you know, as long as you are questioning, this bringing it to me too. As long as you questioning and probing on those things of good report, as the good book says, you know, you don't want to be questioning, probing, and yeah, now he gonna be doing this, yeah, like I could be going off in a tangent right now from the conversation DM and I had about that. But my thing is that, you know, is when you start getting into that bad question and dialogue, and yeah, you know, and this y'all did, and then yeah, and then you going back and forth, and then just creating a more combustion of more of negativity. Then like, oh, I see 13 death, ego death. Then yeah, you know, well, you gonna have to kind of let it go. You're gonna have to let it go. That's not the kind of problem and questioning and posing that you should be having. So like I said, you need to get it to the point that when you are questioning and posing yourself, for you to be able to do it in a manner that is more of a manner, false evidence appearing real, that is more in a manner that is getting you towards a specific goal or a specific way or destination that you actually want to go in. It's not for you to question and posing questions that got you endlessly going in circles. Here you go around in circles. Going around and around and around on some things. You want to really end up into a point that really is something that resonates, that makes you feel good, makes you feel empowered, and makes you feel like, okay, yes, I could go ahead and go to the next step. If you're just getting out of control like that, you doing those questions and they spinning out of control, I definitely say do some root chakra, definitely some crown, and then also some third eye. I heard the Jupiter 1111 just told me, say tell them third eye, because you need to be able to see where you're going as far as that. And the root and the throat chakra would be bad because you need to communicate, but definitely and get to the matters of the heart on some situations so you can really get in tune with what are the questions that's going on. I would definitely recommend that as well. I'm not doing too bad. It's bad, but it ain't that bad as well. So that's the thing about these questions, you know, really asking yourself, you know, how am I feeling about this journey? You know, how's things resonating with me, you know, with the things that's showing up in my life, you know, do I like what's showing up in my life? What things could I change? What things could I start doing differently? Well, you know, maybe I can start with my thinking, because I'm always thinking negative. I say I want things in one breath, and then the next minute it's like I'm coming up with 50 million different reasons why it ain't gonna happen. Okay, so that's something that we need to change. Okay, start looking at, you know, those things. That's the kind of dialogue or conversations that you should be having. And more of they keep on bringing to me, it must be intentional dialogue, it must be purposeful dialogue. It's not just what is conscious flow, where it's just this off the top of your head, this stuff just coming off the top of your dome, as they say, and this like you ain't really using, as my dad said, you ain't using your noggin at all. Like, use your noggin. That's what my dad used to say. Use your noggin. You ain't using your noggin on stuff. And so you know, click click, you hit. And so you want to make sure that you are really in tune with that. So I would say put some pen to paper, and really, to me, you know, you can say I can ask myself, but something about that pen to paper with that physicality of you doing things, and you really like, okay, now let's just sit and let's just really do a question, almost like a tree, almost like the tree of life. And let's start off with that posing question at the top, and then let's start working it down and just start breaking it down. Now draw a line. Okay, this is yada yada yada. Next step, because yada yada yada, and this because yada yada yada. I think I remember one time we had did something. We had gotten some index cards. You could even do that, and then it was like something we were. It started off with that at the top, and we started putting down ideas and things of that way of how you could do it, and then before we knew it, we were kind of like, or started eliminating, like, okay, well, that ain't gonna work. Take that index card off. That ain't the solution. You know, I think I'm seeing, like they saying, just do a question, come up a whole bunch of solutions, and this off the top of your dome, and then start eliminating, you know, with the index card. Start eliminating. That's not gonna work. This not gonna work. That's not gonna work. You might have closed the door. It's way past now. All right then, people. All right there, as always. Oh, you was all in front. You didn't want to see me at all. Oh, I didn't know he was doing that. Hello, here I am. As always, stay uplifted, stay enlightened, stay motivated. Namaste, NAMAGO. Mwah. Love you. Have a great day.